Part 2 of products I feel like you have to get at the high-end price tag. Disclaimer, I am biased. I use mostly high-end makeup, but that does not mean I haven't used drugstore makeup, because for like 3 or 4 years when I first started doing makeup, that is all that I could afford. So I've played around with both, and I definitely prefer high-end makeup, but to each their own. If you love drugstore makeup, all the more power to you. There are definitely really, really good products at the drugstore, and I know not everybody can be spending tons and tons of money on makeup. It's just makeup. That being said, I do feel like there's a difference in the product quality, mostly. So I'm gonna share my thoughts. I'm very picky about face products, okay? And when it comes to the base, foundation, skin tint, primer, concealer, cream contour, cream blush, all of that, it's all high-end, except for like maybe a few primers. Just because I trust the formulas better. They're better, they last longer. The color payoff is better. The shade range is better. These are just some of my favorite concealers. The House Labs one, it's a new one. So good. The Tarte Radiant one, I don't like the original one, way too drying for me. And then the Mario one, all really, really good concealers. And I feel like having a high-end concealer is going to change your under eye game. I don't have the most experience with drugstore concealers because I have very, very dry skin, which is another reason I have to shop high-end most of the time, because I just don't feel like there's a ton of super hydrating products out there for the drugstore prices. If there are, let me know, because a homegirl is not trying to spend $1 million a year on makeup. But I also don't want my makeup to look dry, and because I have severely dry skin, I have to purchase the higher end formulas because there's not super affordable hydrating formulas, I feel like, that I've ever found at the drugstore. Okay, so primer is an interesting topic because I have a double opinion. I feel like when it comes to gripping primers, absolutely get that at the drugstore. Pore filling primers, absolutely get that at the drugstore. We know the ones I'm talking about. But like I said, very, very dry skin, and it's really, really hard for me to find a very good hydrating primer at the drugstore. So I just don't. These are my favorite high-end primers, and they just work so good. Yes, this is a gripping primer, but it's also very, very hydrating, has niacinamide. It's really good for my skin. And then the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum is like unbeatable. I don't know why people don't speak about this product. If you haven't seen it, here she is. Take a screenshot right now. Best product for your makeup to be glowy. I have it on today. It's stunning. I just have severely dry skin. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that, but I have very, very dry skin. So if I'm not taking care of it and not doing extensive skin prep, my makeup, regardless of where it's from, is not going to look that great. But products that are marketed as hydrated generally don't come from the drugstore. And even if they do, they don't really work as well as the ones that are high-end do. Just again, personal experience, personal opinion. Last thing before we finish off this part 2, powder highlighters. In general, I said it in the first part, I don't think you can find really great shimmer products at the drugstore, mostly. Of course, there's going to be some outliers. ColourPop has really good shimmer products there, and highlighters, eyeshadows, things like that. Generally speaking, I've never enjoyed like a highlighter from the drugstore that was like a powder highlighter, because a lot of them tend to be chalky and not the type of highlight I like. I like a highlighter that looks wet. I love the Rare Beauty one. It is literally so pretty. It's just like, it's like a gleam. It's not chunky glitter like a lot of the drugstore ones are. Again, I'm sure there are probably some out there, but I've never found them. So if there are, let me know. But like, I just feel like you're not getting this type of shine without the chunkiness at the drugstore like you are in high-end products. Let me know if you have any though. Like I said, in any of my opinions, if you have products that are cheaper, please let me know. This is just my opinions. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.